Ron.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Ben.
Are y'all ready for your 1-minute introductions?
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, we're going to start out with introductions, and Ben drew number one, so we're going to let Ben go first on that.
Okay. I'm Ben Harrison. I'm the current District 4 Commissioner, and I want to thank the News Courier and the Chamber for putting this together. And I also want to thank all those that are watching on live stream. It has been an honor to serve the people of District 4 as their County Commissioner. I'm a lifelong resident of Limestone County. I'm married to Beth McGuire Harrison, and together we have 4 children, Aaron, Caleb, Olivia, and Emily. I first ran for office because I care about my community. I'm not your career politician. I come from industry, and I think my voting record reflects that. I'm proud to be a conservative, and I'll always be a consistent conservative voice on the County Commission. I'm a Christian, a husband, a father, and a grandfather who cares about the future of our county. Thank you.
LaDon, if you want to do your 1-minute introduction.
Hello, I'm LaDon Townsend. I want to begin, too, thanking the County Chamber of Commerce and the News Courier for hosting this, you know, with all the uncertainty with this pandemic and everything that's going on. I've lived in District 4 all my life. I've been married to my wife for 25 years, and we have 3 children. I'm a poultry farmer. I've been a poultry farmer for 20 years. I'm also an assistant varsity baseball coach at West Limestone High School, where I deal with children every day. I am not a career politician. This is my first time running for any political office. I want to see better things for this district and county. I want to be an independent voice for the people. I want to improve roads, support schools, and I want to demand accountability for our tax dollars and recruit jobs. It is time for District 4 to have a commissioner that will communicate and get along with everyone, and I know I can do that with your support.
All right, Ben, you're going to start out on this next question. You'll have 2 minutes. What's the biggest issue facing your district? What is the biggest issue facing Limestone County, and how do you plan to address those issues?
Well, I think the same as in the previous District 2's comments. The biggest issue for my district is the road funding. When I came in, I was looking at 27% of the funds that I needed to maintain our roads on a sustainable basis. So, you know, I went to try to get more funds, but I also started to look to lower our cost of road construction, and because I think that is the biggest issue. There's not going to be money falling from heaven. The gas tax is there will be no more gas tax percentage-wise for a pretty good long time. So we got to figure out how to make do with the money that we are given. But the road funding and the condition of our roads is a big issue in District 4. A lot of our roads don't have adequate base, and so what I've been doing is trying to reinforce that base, get the proper drainage first before you do anything, then address the base, and then you talk about what type of surface you want to put on the road. But roads are the biggest issue facing District 4 in funding.
LaDon, you've got 1 minute if you want to respond to that.
I agree with Ben. Roads is a huge issue in District 4. I've lived there for 46 years, and our roads are worse now than they've ever been. And I know there's a funding issue, but I do believe that with the right voice and the right work to work with our commission, we need to try to find some way of finding some means of funding to help out there. And I know Ben has done a lot of things out there to try to cut cost. I believe we need to fix the roads right to start with. Spend the money right off the get-go, and then maintain that road. And then you won't have to come back to that road for several years. Just maintain it, keep the water off of it, keep our ditches clean where the water gets off the roads. There's a lot of little things that we can do to help our roads out there in that county that I've seen over the years where I've lived, because I live on some of the back roads, as we call it. And there's a lot of things that we can do to help our roads out there by getting with our state delegates and trying to find some more funding.
Ben, you've got 30 seconds if you'd like to take that.
Oh, well, I would just like to say what we have done is to try to improve our roads and start with reclaiming roads and doing it right, just like you say. And I've done several roads that way, into Barker Road, Cannon Road, Maple Circle, where we purchased the equipment necessary to do that. So like you say, where you don't have to go back every time it rains. That's been part of our problem, is wasting time going on roads that were not adequately built. Because like one engineer said, previous engineer said, we don't build roads, we just pave over what's there. Well, we've got to go back and rebuild some of those roads.
And similar to District 2, LaDawn, and you're going to take the first response on this one. What are top priority road projects in District 4?
Well, District 4 has several top road projects. I'm sure Ben knows. He's got a list. I'm sure he works on every day. But in my opinion, we've got Easter Ferry Road, I think, is on the agenda to get some paving, but both ends need to be paved. I know he's paved some of it, but we've got to get all of it paved. Cotton Belt, it's in bad shape. You can go even on further to some of the back roads that I've drove down. Chapman Holler, Country Corner. We've got some gravel roads that are in terrible shape. And I know they're gravel roads, but we need to work on these roads. They've been there. We've spent a lot of money on these roads, since they were built, and people still want these roads. You got Buzzard Roost Road, which is right there behind me. It's a dumping. It's trash all over the road, and there's nothing been done about it. Those are just some of the roads. I could name several that we need to work on out there in that district. And we need to do a better job of inspecting some of our smaller bridges, some of our tiles that are collapsing. We got to have a good working relationship, with Speaker McCutcheon, Governor Ivey, people like that, to try to see if we can't bring some more funding in, because right now I know the funding is the biggest issue, and we've got to get some of these roads to be safe. We got school buses going down them. It's got children on them, and they're not safe. They're not safe. Some of them they're not wide enough for the school bus to cross and meet a car. They're just not, and we've got to do something about this.
Ben, if you want to respond on the top priority roads.
Well, that is the roads that he mentioned are major collector roads that are categorized as the major drainers that drain the northwest part of the county. Easter Ferry is correct. We did 2 portions of that road, and I was waiting on. There's a highway safety improvement program that we've got that's supposed to be let sometime in November. Okay, that will be done, and that'll get that portion of Easter Ferry Road from the Sulphur Creek Bridge all the way down to Elk River. I was waiting on them to do their part, and I was waiting. That's been going on for 2.5 years. I decided to just go ahead and do my part and then wait till they get done with their part, or let them get done with their part after I do. Easter Ferry is a main drainage, and New Cut Road is a problem or has been a problem. I've got the first 2.8 miles with the Alabama rebuild money. Next year I'll have the federal aid fund swap money. I'll have also the Alabama rebuild money. Will be able to go from Georgia Store all the way out to 72. So those are the major roads.
LaDawn, if you've got 30 seconds if you want to.
Yeah, I know the major roads are a concern, but I think my biggest point's going to be, we've got to do those because everybody drives those, but our secondary roads they're in a mess. They got to have a lot of attention. You can use my road for an example. It's nothing been done to it in forever, and we've got to get these roads in a lot better shape because the school bus goes down my road twice a day, in the morning and afternoon. It goes down Shoal Creek Road every day, over Good Springs. There's all kinds of these back roads that we've got to figure out a way of getting some attention to these roads.
All right, Ben, we're going to move on to and talk a little bit about comprehensive plans. You're going to start with this one. You'll have 2 minutes on this one. Would you be in favor of a comprehensive plan for land use and future development in Limestone County, including placing zoning ordinance in place to aid in future development, and why or why not?
The city of Houston has somehow managed to get by without zoning regulations. They do it and manage it with land covenants. My response to that is I am a a conservative, limited government type of person. I am a very strong proponent of property rights. And yes, my response to people who want that out in the county would be to go request annexation to the city, because they'll be glad to tell you what you can and can't do with your property, and they'll tax you for that privilege. My residents do not want that out in their portion of the county. I don't. If you want to form a gated community with their own HOAs and regulations, that's fine. But people need a place to resort to if they don't want that type of heavy-handed government. That's the purpose of municipalities and cities, and that's my view on it. I would not be a proponent for comprehensive zoning out in the county. I know it's an issue. What I have thought a little bit about this, of what I would like, instead of the building regulations and the things that go along with that, in addition to what that we already have, is some way of the people knowing what they are buying. That when they go into new construction, it's videoed, and they know what the things that are hidden, that are normally hidden, that would be revealed, so that they would know what they're buying. So that's my thoughts.
Okay. LaDon, you've got
Well, I agree with Ben. I mean, we don't need any, ordinance in the county. I mean, because me being a farmer, I mean, I don't want to be told what I can and can't do on my property. I mean, that's kind of the way that's the way it's always been. That's kind of the way I believe. But now, as far as, having a comprehensive plan, I think as far as the city goes, we need to make sure that we're prepared for some of these industries and stuff that's coming in. So if the county commission can help with any of those issues to get, things lined up for this Toyota Mazda and stuff like that, then yes, we need to help with some of that stuff. But no, we don't need to have anything that kind of hinders us as farmers and people out there that have bought small farms to make them have any kind of zoning rights and stuff.
Ben, did you want to follow up on that?
I have nothing to add.
All right.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
LaDon, we're going to start with you on this one. It's about workforce. Limestone County's unemployment rate is at 3.9%. Projections show that the region can expect approximately 25,000 jobs in the next 3 years, and our region needs to bring in approximately 55,000 people to support those jobs. What is your plan to make Limestone County an attractive place for these workers to locate as they're taking these jobs in North Alabama?
Okay. With me living here all my life and raising 3 kids, I feel like we need to do a better job of, making it attractive for people with children to come here to get them ready for the job force as well. So if we've got stuff implemented into our school system, our tech programs, and stuff like that, I believe we can get people that, to want to live here, to want to come here, want to move here. I believe if we can attract more business to come here, whether it be, industry or things that people enjoy coming and doing, I believe that's a big thing. I mean, we need to do dual enrollment. We need to reach out to these industries to do more shadowing programs, encourage them to do internships, stuff like that, because I know if I'm a parent and I'm bringing my kid, I want my kids to be here. I want them to know what kind of industry's here, and I want them to know what my kid's future is going to be. Once I bring my children here, I'm going to raise my family here. And I believe that, we need to, as a commission, we need to work on that, because I talk to kids on a daily basis out there to school, and most kids don't know what they want to do. And I encourage them to get out and go to, look, research, and I believe that's a big deal that we need to do with, because we're in a gold mine right now. I mean, industry's moving in left and right, and I believe if we work with our school systems, I really do believe that, people will be proud, because I know I'm proud of this county. I'm proud of where I raised my kids, and I think that's what we need to lean more on.
Ben, if you want to respond to that question.
I'm going to ask you to read the question.
Sure.
I was distracted.
That's okay. Limestone County's unemployment rate is at 3.9%. Projections show that our region can expect approximately 25,000 jobs in the next 3 years, and our region needs to bring in approximately 55,000 people to support those jobs. What is your plan to make Limestone County an attractive place for these workers to locate as they're taking these jobs in North Alabama?
An attractive place to locate. Well, overall, I would say, how well are we doing our job? Are we providing for the infrastructure? Are we supporting our schools and providing the type of instruction that will enable them to go into these industries? We have finally shifted in our focus, instead of trying to get 80% of the people into college. We've reversed that to where, because there's only 20% of the job require college education, and we have been trying to force everybody to college, and it's driven up prices. It's created a mess. We have shifted and recognized the fact that more trades and technical schools training needs to be done to provide the employers with an adequate workforce.
LaDawn, if you want to follow up on that question.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with a lot of things being said. I mean, we've got to get our kids, a little bit more lined up, because, I mean, with my children, they didn't know what they wanted to do. But another thing we need to work on out here to make it more attractive to people to move, especially to District 4, is our broadband. I mean, we have no internet. Where we live, there's zero internet out there, and we need to do something about that. That's something that's got to be done. It's something I know there's money allocated from Montgomery that I don't think that we're getting. I don't know why, but we've got to get with our representatives and see if there's a way we can get more money out there to get that done.
Ben, I'm going to start with you on this question. You'll have 2 minutes like the rest of the other questions. About a year ago, Limestone County was one of 17 of the 67 Alabama counties using the district system when it comes to road maintenance and repair. Other counties are using a unit system where a single road crew of employees works on all the roads throughout the county. What are your feelings on the unit system, and do you think it would work in Limestone County?
There are pros and cons to the unit system, and you really have to find what you mean as a unit system. There's 1,000 different flavors of it, okay, even though say every 60 counties or 50 counties are on the unit system. Danny Barksdale and I have talked about this. There are definite pros in terms of efficiencies. You can be more efficient with everything is one, and you can have specialized crews. There's one-time savings and redundancy of equipment, and continuing savings on that the maintenance of that equipment. So there are efficiencies, but however, there are also concerns of the people losing closer representation to the county commission, and that's important. And I would be in favor of looking at this when we form the new commission and discussing the options. I think that what type of unit system we go with needs to be clearly defined and in writing. The gentlemen's agreements don't seem to work on commissions. So I'm in favor of looking at it. I'm in favor of looking at it.
Okay. LaDawn, what do you refer?
I agree. I mean, I've kind of looked into it, and I've done some talking and some checking and stuff. But I feel like we need something to, especially where we're at in District 4. We do have more miles than anybody else, and I want to make sure our side of the county is not left out, for say. I mean, right now our funding is short over there, and I think it could work, but again, it needs to be something that needs to be in writing so that we know for sure that it's going to work, and our citizens is not going to get left out. And two, I don't want the citizens to have to go through, jump through a bunch of hoops to get their elected official to do something for them. I mean, right now they come straight to the commissioner, and the commissioner takes care of whatever they need done. If we go the other way, then you got to go to the commissioner's got to go to this, that. So I mean, it's a lot of things. There's a lot of pluses and a lot of minuses to it. So I mean, it'd be something worth looking into.
Ben, you want to add anything to that?
No, I agree with what we need to look at it, but it needs to be clearly defined, and a lot of preparation going into the transition into unit system. It's not something that would be done overnight.
Well, we made it through the hard part. We're going to move on to our closing statements, and LaDawn, you get to make your first closing statement.
Okay. Again, I just want to reiterate that I am an honest, hardworking, successful business owner who would take those values and treat each other with every person with the respect and dignity they deserve. I know there's a lot of learning in this job, but I assure you that every job I've ever done, I can learn, and I've always been successful at everything I've done. In any questions I've ever had, I know with this job, you got your engineering, accounting, the HR, the chairman, I know they can help me, and I'm willing to reach out for help to do this job. I think I am a candidate that can do it. I have a work ethic that my wife will tell you is 7 days a week. It's no rest for the weary when you got things to do. I'll be a voice for all the people of District 4, and I'm asking for your vote. I'm asking for each and every one of you to fill in that oval beside my name, and please vote independent for LaDon Townsend for County Commissioner. Thank you.
Ben, you've got 1 minute.
I'm proud of my record on the county commission. I love this community. I want to see it flourish in the years to come, and I work to support, defend, and serve the people of District 4 every day. As a Christian and a Republican, I will stand for honesty, responsible spending, keeping taxes as low as possible, and increasing government transparency. I will stand for the values we believe in, and I will always be a voice for you, the taxpayer on the county commission. I'm proud to serve you and humbly ask for your vote on November the 3rd. Thank you for your time, and may God bless us with all wisdom and discernment. Thank you.
Thanks, both of you.